Hi, today is Thursday, May the 9th, and it was potentially another ugly day today. And you can see, as opposed to yesterday, where the trading volume on the Dow was relatively average, as it was on the NASDAQ, the S&P was a little bit lighter than average. Decliners led advances by quite a margin, so that is going to impact the McClellan oscillator, which yesterday we said would probably end down exactly where it was the prior day, which it did. We are going to see it drop below this median line, maybe setting a low that we haven't seen since the end of February in the McClellan oscillator. This morning, I sent a tweet out 6 hours ago, saying that the S&P was getting support on the gap, but that would fail because that's what happens with gaps, and that is exactly what happened in this case. We came back and we did just that. We closed the gap and we found support there and bounced up. I was pretty sure if we didn't find support there, we were going to find support down on the cloud, but that would have brought us down to the low 2800s. We also did something else. The 50-day simple moving average, the dotted blue, and the exponential moving average are virtually the same now, and they prove to be support. So we opened the day at the 50, we dropped to fill the gap, and we closed the day above the 50, but still down from the prior day. So now we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 down days in a row. 5 down days out of 7. Tonight, the president is having dinner with the vice premier of China. I certainly don't expect the vice premier of China is going to give the president everything he wants, but I do suspect that the president will not impose his tariffs at midnight tonight. That is what the market is hoping for. I thought the funniest news today was when somebody said that the president was happy because Premier Xi had followed him back on Twitter again. But equally funny news was that the president is proposing that he has an alternative to the China deal. Maybe he can find somebody else to be the third largest trading partner for the United States. Apple finished the day above the 50, that's the blue line, above its highs, but still down. The cloud is going to be important, but I think that this gap is equally important, and filling this gap might be tempting to the market in an up move if we get some good news on China, but it won't be tomorrow, it'll be next week. So that means that the market tomorrow will be just an even day. If Trump imposes tariffs and the Chinese retaliate with tariffs, it'll be an ugly day. And I have bought puts in just about everything. So my stock is covered with puts. But those puts expire tomorrow because the worst news is probably going to come tomorrow morning. Caterpillar, ugly, ugly day. At one point, the Chico span actually did come down and test the bottom of the cloud. In fact, went even lower, but ended up right here. So that's a good sign. The cloud is important with Caterpillar. You can see right here and right here. There's many, many instances where the cloud is important in terms of support, the Chico span equally. So now that we're under the cloud, we're looking for the cloud to play support for the Chico span, and that would be at 129.40. That's part of the reason why we bounced technically today. Gold isn't doing anything, so people are not rushing out of the US dollar to buy gold. Whirlpool, another disappointing day, down $3.15. This is why we trade technically. and we don't rush into making trades when we had this recovery from earnings. We didn't break this trend line, this 3-point trend line. Where is that trend line? Right back here. So we didn't buy, and we're still looking for an opportunity. Intel had a crushing day. That's a stock that you can just write off for a while. Let's look at the weekly, and the weekly shows that the Chiku span is in the cloud. There's a good possibility that this stock goes to 44, 43 before the Chiku span comes and finds the bottom of this cloud. So I'm going to put create an alert right there. Next stock we always take a look at is WDC, and WDC didn't have any kind of a better day. It responds to news about China. We have the Chiku span, that's the 1 week. Let's look at the 1 day. We have the Chiku span that stopped right on the cloud, and we had price that pretty much got down to the cloud. So, but price finished here on a sort of a hangman type of candle, but the Chiku span was support for the cloud. It's in the cloud a little bit, but heck, that's pretty close. So that's a summary for today. Keep your ears open for whatever happens at midnight. Do tariffs go on, or do tariffs get postponed? I'm thinking they get postponed.